Chances are you have seen this particular swing. A powerful variation to build some strength and explosiveness. What if I told you that there's a better variation for conditioning and endurance? A variation that allows you to become one with the kettlebell, to move into different planes and movement patterns, and combine exercises together in one flow to improve that flow feeling that the kettlebell can give you? Well, I'm going to teach it to you in this video because it exists, and I'm sure many of you haven't heard of it. And if you want to get strong, fit, and lean without going to the gym, you have to sign up for my free Kettlebell Plus 3.0 webinar. Listen, folks, I've pitched Kettlebell Plus often on this channel. This is our Kettlebell membership, our system that takes you from a beginner to a master. It elevates your GPP to levels you have never seen before. And I've invested 2 weeks into upgrading our membership. That's why we call it 3.0. It has everything in there. And I want to explain it to you and then give you a once in a lifetime offering in that webinar. So what are you waiting for? Sign up right now. You find it in the link in the description as well as in the pinned comment. Grüezi miteinander. Gregory von Lebe Stark here. Let's jump right into the technique. Watch. This is what it looks like. We call it the pendulum swing. Watch as I now demonstrate that high tension, powerful, explosive swing so you can make out the distinction. Pendulum. Lots is happening in the knees as well as in the hip area. So I want you to pay close attention. The beautiful thing about the pendulum swing is that when the kettlebell lands in the backswing portion and I extend my knees, I get some great mobility effect right here, and I get a zero effort moment where I can rest for a brief split second because the forces acting from the floor are zero when I approach this position. Let's learn the technique. Imagine the kettlebell's right in front of me. It drops down, arm connects with the body. The first thing that happens is a dip. The second thing that happens is pushing the hips back. Number 3, extending the knees, straightening the legs. Number 4, knees come back into that dip position. Number 5, crushing grapes. And now the bell is flying. This efficient movement pattern allows me to work for longer sets of time, which can improve my endurance and my conditioning. Now, let's go a little bit faster. Kettlebell drops. 1 and 2 and 3. Repeat. 1 and 2 and 3. Let's go faster. 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3. Let's go very fast. 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3. And here we go. This is the pendulum mechanic. Once you master the pendulum mechanic with the swing, you can use it in the clean. Watch. Moving from the swing into the clean. Once we have mastered the clean, we can now move into the snatch. Watch. Now the beauty of these three movements, which are called the Holy Trinity of kettlebell training, is that once I understand the pendulum technique, I can combine swing, clean, and snatch into one fluid movement, make it a workout. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, clean. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, snatch. And if I switch sides now, I can move continuously. I've already set up one round and one particular system of training, and then go for a couple of rounds. And with these three movement patterns, or these three exercises, with the pendulum technique, I can then say 5 reps, 8 reps, 10 reps, 15, 20, even 30 with a lighter bell. And then I can work continuously. And this is one of the most beautiful aspects of kettlebell training. We can work for an indefinite amount of time. Proficient kettlebell athletes snatch for 30 minutes or 60 minutes straight, a full hour. They call it a marathon, because they understand the pendulum technique. Catching the weight with the quads, achieving that zero gravity effect, where the resistance forces from the floor, the ground reactive force is 0, giving me brief rest. And now here comes that powerful cue when I come back, crushing the grapes so I can push the floor down. And this is physics. If I push myself down, weight comes up so I can work as efficiently as possible with, in this case, a 24 kg kettlebell. And if you're wondering what type of kettlebell I'm using, it's the Pro Kettlebell, the best kettlebell on the market, period. We are working hard to making it available in the EU, Switzerland, as well as the UK as soon as possible. We have a waiting list in the description where you can get notified once we open up shop. Check the link in the description to get 10% off your next purchase and use the code LEBESTARK at checkout. Here's the next thing that you have to do. Clean and press that like and subscribe button. Share with a friend who's also interested in kettlebells. And if you made it this far, sign up for my Kettlebell Plus 3.0 webinar. Listen, you want to take your GPP, your general physical preparedness to the next level because you're over 40, 50, and 60. You don't want to go to the gym. You like kettlebells and you want to learn more about them. And you're not looking for a program because you've been program hopping. What? Right? No. You want to get a proper system that takes care of everything throughout the whole year. So you don't have to think, what do I have to do today? Skill blocks, beginner workouts, advanced workouts, a community, belt tests like a martial arts system. We gamify your progress, the experience. It's so awesome. And I want to explain it to you step by step. And I'm going to give you a once-in-a-lifetime offering so you can sign up for Kettlebell Plus 3.0. What are you waiting for? You find the link in the first link in the description as well as in the pinned comment.